cold today. Not too happy about working in this weather, but it's above 5 degrees, so the sealant will go off for the job that I'm doing. So I'll just turn it around and show. So we've got a span that we built in Warrington. It's only a little thing. It's like 5 foot by 5 foot, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and like 3 foot deep. We've got a black splashback that's shaped like this. That's going to be clamped on and glued on with a sealant. That is that there. You can see it stepped down, matching the shape of that over there. And then we've got these glass panels. These are for the sides, so the actually I get one to show you. So we've had these coupling notches, so you can still have jump guards. So that'll go like that, just so the pipe can go underneath still. Obviously a hound's not going to fit through that little bloody hole there. So that's fine. So I'll just show you how I start. So I'll start with the front piece where the window is, because then you can dictate exactly where you want it, and just get this level basically. This is the point where you're going to see the pond most. So as long as you get this perfect how you want it, the rest should follow if you've measured everything correctly. So you can just make sure everything's square. So what I do first is we decide, well, find out how far in it is here. It's like it's exactly in the middle, so that's fine. So set that on both sides, and then once you've got this in, then we get the corner clamps on, and then we'll line up the next bit. So what I'll do, I'm going to mark out this, get it dead centre, get the clamps screwed in. Clamps are here. As you can see, they're not light duty, they're pretty heavy duty them. They're satin finish, 316 die cast, so they're not the little flimsy folded bits of thin stainless steel. They're proper chunky, quite heavy as well. So yeah, we'll get them. Obviously put the Allen key side on the inside. Once you undo this, the little bit in the middle comes out, so you don't need that. You can drill this if you really want to, but there's no point. The rubber grips are more than sufficient. So yeah, first thing you do really is undo these completely, and then you're just left with this one side. Then you can line up where you want it. Always try and face that inside the pond. These ones over here, we've got a viewing area over there actually, so I'll do them on the inside too. If this was just a wall, I'd do it like that, because if this is the side you're looking at the pond most, that's the better side to look at. But seeing as they're going to be looking at the pond from over there where they're sitting, this is how we're going to do it. So the screws I'm using are these 6x800. So the 5mm just goes straight through that. So you need the 6mm ones, because the hole in the bottom of these is a fairly big hole, quite substantial. So yeah, 6mm screws, that's what I use for them. So I'll come back once I've got this first piece up. So as far as measuring up, it's 10 centimetres wide this, so I've gone 5 centimetres in and then a line across. Same there, 5 centimetres in, line across, and then from the outer edge I've done 40 centimetres in, line that way, so that's where that screw's going, and then 40 centimetres from here to there, done a line that way, so that gives you your cross, and then you know that the clamps are going to be even. So there's going to be 1, 2 there, and the corner clamps, there's going to be 2 there, 2 there, 2 here, and then 2 at the back, 2 at the back. So once you've unscrewed these 2 bits here, that just lifts off. And then what you want to do, take this out, you don't need that. And then this good part here, doing that like that. Now you basically just screw that in, nice and easy. And then once you've screwed that in, you line this up, and then you can put them screws back in there. Obviously be careful not to drop them inside the pond, and then you can tighten it up once you've put the rubbers on and the glasses in there. Right, so these little rubbers that you get with it, you see these little holes. All you do, shove the rubbers in the holes, and they should just stay in there like that. Same with this faceplatey bit, and then get that, slide it in there, have it a bit open like that so the glass can fit in. Wow, it's a bit tight, that one. A little bit right. And then these little screws, get them in a bit. You don't want them tight at the moment, you just want them enough so you know this isn't going to fall in when you're trying to put the glass in. So I'll get all them in and I'll come back, and I'll probably have the glass in next time. Okay, so the glass is on. We've not actually clamped it in yet, because if you clamp this in and this is ever so slightly lower than these bits, then you've got to unscrew these and redo them up. And you can tell when you get to these corners, if the corners don't match, you need to unscrew it all and then do it all back up. So these are the cheaper aluminium brackets. These are the ones that are, well, they're less than half the cost of the other stainless steel ones, so people normally end up going for these. They're a bit more flimsy, but as long as you do them right first time, there's no reason to really undo them. So if you just have a look, there's a small channel and there's a long channel. There's one here. So there's a long bit and a shorter bit. So what I've done on this, I've done this front piece of glass like that, so the longer bit going in at the top and the bottom, and do that both sides, because if you do this bit, then everything will be stepped that way and it'll just look a bit weird and uneven. So yeah, just make sure that whatever you do, every piece of glass on both sides has got the same, or these are set the same way around, otherwise it'll look wonky and you'll have no idea why. It'll take you a while to figure it out, but yeah, that'll be the reason. So I've marked out 40 centimetres from each side and 4.5 centimetres in, it works out. So I've got two clamps going there, I've got one going here, one going here as well. So these next two pieces of glass, they're lined up, you can kind of see through here. So what you do is you put your tape measure through here, and then you can see it says 4.5 centimetres in the middle of that bit there. So that's what we're going to do it as. Right, so this is the first corner we're joining together. As you can already tell, this on the right hand side is slightly higher, because you can see there's a bit of a step in this bit of timber here. That's what you get for working with sleepers. So what we do is push it in gently. Yeah, it's close at the bottom, that millimetre perfect. Right, and then you can see that this is leaning that way a bit. So what you do is we'll get this, we'll raise it up, hold it like that, and then I'll get these screws, all four of them screws put on, and then I can tighten that one, because I know for a fact this is going to be the highest one. If it's not, I'll just have to come back and do a bit more, but iron it up, I reckon that's going to be the case. So yeah, that's what the finished corner will look like. Everything looks all perfect and square when the corner clamps are used to tie it all in. And I think it looks better than a post, because you don't have something obstructing your view and you don't have a gap. Well, other than this, like 7 or 8 mil gap there in the middle. So yeah, that's what it looks like. So yeah, I'm going to get this corner done, and I'm going to get the other side on, and then I'll come back when I've done that. Right, so we've got 3 pieces of glass on now. We just started that corner, I'm going to get onto that corner next. So I'll tighten this one once we've done that corner, just in case anything changes in the height or anything over there. All I need to do is line that up, and then them 2 angles a little bit, so I've got to go up here, get them, get a clamp here and a clamp there or something, and that'll be it. So glass is installed now. Just little corner pieces. Look out for the pipe going over the side. So this is absolutely solid. Once the corners are all tied in with these clamps, it really does make it rigid. Even this little bit at the back, get proper. Go out with no wobble. Yeah, nice and solid. This one's running Tempest on its own. Tempest going for an Evo15. It's got the Pond Expert Valley pump inside, because that's got the cage that screws on, so you don't have to worry about that falling off and mincing up the fish. Yeah, it looks good. It's only a little diddy pond, but we like this one. Now that's that with the black splashback at the underneath the waterfall. So that can be CNC cut to any shape that you want. And that stops when the water comes down, it's splashing and then leaking out the back of the timbers. So when you have the water fall on, you can see this area will be quite wet, but now that splashback's there, that won't be happening. That's a little pond in Warrington. Window's filthy. You can see the fish. Yeah, but I've just fit the glass jump guards and the black splashback on there as well. So that just stops water coming out the back, like I said on a previous little video that I did. But that's what it looks like finished. We're going to leave them clamps on there for about a week. That should be right. So yeah, these are the cheaper corner clamps. So this is like £22 a corner, the other's like £55 a corner, and they're the big stainless steel ones that just have 1 or 2 bolts in the middle there. Whoa, excuse me. That's me. Right, so yeah, I'm done. I'm going to pack up, go home.